Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 17, and we are here in the Martyr's Endurance. We're going to go meet Jai, or Jay, if you prefer to call her that. I do not. I prefer Jai.
Pay attention.
Always keep your eye on the price.
There's a satchel over here, a knapsack or whatever you might want to call it. You know, when somebody leaves a knapsack in the corner like that, you need to call the bomb disposal unit. Alright, so she is... Let's see, there's some goods here. Pascal, this is why we like having him on the team.
Making adjustments.
Okay, Pascal, I said this is why we like having you on the team, and then you did that.
Has its limits.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, the irony. He withholds his favor.
You guys are killing me.
The machine god grants the insight.
These are all sanctified chainsword engine. Oh, wow. Neat. Pascal, I was trying to... You know, this is so typical. Here I am trying to talk Pascal up, and he does that to me. It's like, dude, I gotta stop saying nice things about people.
Rough day?
You have no idea.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari.
See, it's Jai.
Falco sends his regards.
Why do people call her Jay?
Only scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
Who'll give you grief, all right? Get out!
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
See, don't you love her right off the bat? She's fantastic.
Dari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the 2 empty bottles that had been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity. For only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Holt, trade envoy of House von Valencius.
Well then, here's to our meeting. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone powerful. And the timing couldn't be better. Jai Hidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament. I have heard a great deal about how open-minded the members of the von Valancius dynasty are, and Lady Theodora especially.
What kind of cargo was stolen from you?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
Ordinary smugglers do not dress so ostentatiously or behave so brazenly, and they are unlikely to spoil the mood of the Liege of Footfall with their mere appearance. This woman lost many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back she turned to Vladim Tokara, the patron of all cold trade in the Expanse. Her cargo can be nothing other than Xeno artifacts, creations of the enemies of humanity branded with heresy. Are you asking an upstanding citizen to be party to the trafficking of Xeno artifacts?
I thought we were on the same page from the start, Shireen. Please accept my sincerest apologies if that is not the case, and allow me to explain myself. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, complicit. But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would hypothetically be agreeing merely to help me recapture a few containers. And if the Aji suddenly decided to thwart our plans, then all the Void Dogs would be unleashed on me alone. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear, by the Exalted One.
All right. I wish to ask you a few questions before I decide.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Haydari's property carries certain risks.
Jai appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. The Liege's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally, so Jai is encroaching on his turf. If Vladimir is not responsible for the disappearance of Jai's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it. I see. If the Liege is neglecting his duties, I shall become your patron.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
And we will most definitely go there right away. But not before we take care of looting the goods out of this place and speaking
always have a
with
backup plan.
someone over here. So there's a door over here. Opens into this area. There's a funny little encounter in here with this guy. Looks like he's a little office rocker, and he shoots and kills himself, and they say, "Oh, by the throne, that's him, isn't it? The poor sap who got his tongue cut out by the Anvers." Oh, these Anvers people are just awful, aren't they? That's the one. I think he was from Kazbalika. Well, his troubles are over now. They cut out his tongue. How awful would that be?
Keep your wits about you.
That'd be the worst. And I don't think there's
Specs has detected something.
anything over here, but there are some goods, and there's this master crafted power maul. Has a shove people away attack.
My house would be proud of me.
The upholstery of this dirty sofa moves slightly. A soft hissing can be distinctly heard from the depths of the furniture. I don't think that's a cat. And then over here, we get Ryza. The woman looks to be in her 40s, and she is surveying you with interest. Her right eye appears almost black against her dusky skin, while her left eye emits a greenish light filtered through the smudged lens of a prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way from the base of her shoulders to her knuckles. Looking for something specific? You're buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy. Just ask. Old Ryza knows all kinds of folks. My boys will fetch you anything your heart desires. Grandpa Bakbal says hello. Ryza's face breaks into a broad smile. That old rascal. I thought he'd croaked in the mines a long time ago, but old Bakbal's still alive and kicking, you say? Yes, because you let the pirates leave Rykadfilia alive. Me and him have been through a lot of interesting scrapes together, and oh, all the weird and wonderful things we've acquired. Bokval wouldn't send his regards along with just anyone. You must have done him a good turn. And because of that, Old Arise is going to give you a special discount. So you get 5 profit factor discount from the Fellowship of the Void, which is nice. So let's see what you have to offer. So she's got the Navy Swashbuckler's Coat, grants the wearer 10% parry reduction and 5% armor penetration for melee attacks. 2 more medkits. Intoxicating Elixir. The user gains strength and weapon skill and -2 willpower. These are good for your melee people. The Bayonet Knife, which is really nice for Argenta. When the wielder attacks with any ranged weapon at a 1-cell range of the attack, also inflicts bleeding. And then the Serrated Greatsword. Critically hit, this sword inflicts +1 stack of the laceration effect. It does bleed. For each stack of laceration, all attacks with the sword against the same target deal 10% damage. It's a really nice sword. And considering that I think it might be better in her hands. Let's see. She's got Silent Verdict, which is 17 to 20. It increases her parry. And then she gets +3% to the critical hit chance for each attack they make. The bonus stacks until the end of the round. But with this, since she's going to do multiple attacks, on a critical hit, the sword inflicts 1 stat. Oh, so she's got to do crits with this for this to kick in. Okay, never mind. In that case, I'll give it to me because I never use this staff anymore. We might periodically want to do that. There's a bunch of stuff that we can start taking in and adding to cargo. All these kinds of things. So I'll do that offline. I need to get everything in cargo so we can trade it away. And then, for instance, Argenta, you don't have any special deals, so you can do this. This is parry reduction and armor penetration. What am I wearing right now? Oh, that increases my dodge. I'd rather have that. What about you? What do you got? Immune to burning. Not as big of a deal. So let's go this. We don't care about immune to burning for you. Pascal, are you wearing a cape? Ranged attacks decrease their target's dodge by -5. Does not set. We want that for you. For right now. Immune to burning. Who really needs that? You're going to have to fight. So, since you are going to have to fight, let's do that. She's going to have to fight this upcoming battle. She doesn't have Charge Slash or Dance Macabre, so that doesn't matter. We could give her these gloves, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, so I think we're good. When the wearer's range attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains +5 bonus to critical hit chance. I'm going to leave that off. It's nice that she'd have it, but then we'd have to take it off later. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's give it to her now. She's going to have to fight, so that's the thing I keep saying to myself. She's going to have to fight. She's going to have to fight. Alright. We got that stuff.
Keep my options open.
And there's also a quest in here that you can pick up. Oh, there's something way back here. Pascal, if I talk you up again, will you fail?
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
Good job. So there's a quest you can pick up out here in the bar. You have to talk to a named character over here. So Medicaid check here.
do what I must.
Lumps of sawdust, toxic waste that is sometimes passed off as ordinary nutritious starch. That's not good. This guy right here. Gordai Skatov. Gordai Skatov, the flabby man in worn clothes, is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you do you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow, a stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? Allow me to introduce myself. Gordai Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Here I go again, pouring my heart out to you, to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. But alright, here is the story of Gordai Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. So he will go on and on and on with the story, and I'm not going to read this whole thing during this playthrough. If you want to, you can pause it and read it. But he's talking about Footfall's design. And Cassie likes to read books, so naturally she's curious. So I will leave a couple of seconds here in case you want to pause it and read it yourself. So you have these options to keep listening. Idira starts yawning. And he goes on and on and on. But this is all to start a quest of his. It's also a test to see if you'll sit through the closing credits of the game when they happen. So, that is tragic indeed. I wish I could see Footfall the way its creator envisioned it. Now that we can only dream and yearn for. Be that it as may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Over the dozens of years I've spent on Football, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as a token of my appreciation. After studying the booklet thoroughly, I discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout its pages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. What if these riddles lead to something? A wondrous discovery. I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Riddles? Okay. Tell me where these riddles lead. The first location from the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of the district and into the void for the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all those years, it's there somewhere. The second location is the lantern of the Great Cathedral. A lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what was meant to be naught but a single room. The Great Cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger, but alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of the St. Drusus the Warrior. And that's all I know. So, there's hidden caches somewhere.
Eye on the prize.
If you want to take the time to look for them. And you will not find very many notes in my Excel spreadsheet about the caches because they're not anything that I've spent much time in any of my playthroughs looking for. So I probably should, but I haven't. Alright, Shadow Quarters. We're going to go help Jaya Haidari out. She's got a warehouse. It's kind of a fun fight. Jaya is going to bring some friends. And what you really want to do is let Jaya's friends advance. And not you. Alright, so down here should be on the eastern side right here. This is the courtyard she was talking about. There's some goods right here. You are the right path, seeker. The other caches. Note from the bridge cache. So there's the bridge cache. You get a note from it. This is what we're really interested in. The warehouse. Looks like a warehouse. It smells like a warehouse, and it's a warehouse. So come over here. Shireen, I'm here. What a joy for you to see you. Follow me, please. Yes, we will follow.
The little voices are whispering that there's trouble waiting up ahead. And if you don't take things down a notch, you could be caught with your trousers down. Figuratively or literally, I'm not sure.
So there are a ton of toxic and flammable barrels up here. And you don't want to get caught around those. So what I'm going to do is send one person over here. Jaya's assistants are going to march forward into this danger zone no matter what. So we want to stay back behind cover and not get killed.
With fire and vigor,
There we go.
Our Emperor, imbue us.
All right.
Turn you into corpse starch.
You're going to be there. I'm going to be here. Pascal. Might be there. Adira, you're way in the back because we don't want to get too much damage on you. And then you are going to be right there. And that's a really good place for you to be, kind of. But I'm actually still going to move you over. And then I'm going to cough because I'm still recovering from this stupid cold. 7 weeks later. It's so lame. Alright. Cassia. Let's see. Oh yeah, and what did we give you for boots? Which boots do you have? Yeah, it raises the momentum if you can kill 5 enemies at one time, but you're not going to be able to. So, what we'd like to do is get as many of these people as possible, kind of right here in the center of the room. It's gonna be really handy. And then we could do you from here. Can we do you from there? If we put you cover right there, can we do this? We can. We can get everybody. Okay, let's try
If
it.
I may. The navigator's might.
She got 3 people. So, and then she's kind of, yeah, she got herself in the toxic area. That's not the best. All right, I should have put this down first.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Over here, you can hit the R key to change the orientation of this on the keyboard.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That's kind of what you want to do. I'm going to put you guys right here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And then I'm going to try to do, let's see,
Me?
Holt von
If
Valencius.
you insist, Lord Captain.
All right.
Let's get to it.
So thugs are going to come through there and get, and the toxin cloud does so much damage if you move through it.
me what you've got.
Tries to shoot for Cassia. And now here come Jai's teammates, and they're going to run right through it. They don't care. So, Cabela, what do we want to do with you, darling? I kind of don't want to do anything with you, so I'm going to run you through here. You could throw a grenade if you had one, but you don't. So, we're just going to leave you right there. Adira Talas.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Let's see, let's give some more
Will do.
defense to me there. Can you see anybody to do anything with? You can't see anybody from that angle, can you? No. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to buff Cabela. Yeah. There's nobody you can really see. We're just going to hide you back here for a turn. Boza's from over here. There's several. They're going to come over here. And then there's me. What do I want to do? Okay.
Taking calculated risk is
I'm
my
gonna go up
second
here.
nature.
I'm going to light whoever's got the most hit points. The servitors probably. There's a combat servitor right there. Let's do him.
I'll make it happen.
So that gets him. I'm going to buff myself.
It's as good as done. On it.
Defense myself. That's it. What's this thing down here do? Oh yeah, it gives me the slash ability. Nope, don't need that. Argenta, you can come out here and slide out this way, and this is going to be a good opportunity for you to smack some stuff around. So shoot something, preferably anybody in here that you think you can kill would be great. Oh, and that toxin up there, if you can hit on the pass-through, that's great.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, so she's going to do
Faith
concentrated
without
fire.
deeds is worthless.
What's this going to cost us? Rapid fire 1, and this costs us burst fire for 1. So we're going
I'll
to do
do it.
this, and then this. How many people can we get in this line? 52% for the front guy. Okay, that's as good as she could do. Alright. Another guy coming through there. Stun grenade. They always throw 2, and I'm not sure why that is.
As the tactical
Pascal.
imperative dictates.
I really like him to throw a fire grenade, but he can't get it up there without getting those guys, so that's all right.
Running binaric override.
Let's get some people you can kill. All right, you're just gonna have to nail everyone then. Let's do this. Doink.
The scriptural prognosis is
Okay. Let's grab a point on him. Gets 3 more exploits. We got AoE hit right here.
my vow is to serve.
That helped. And then these guys, you can do machine spirit banishment. So he's a machine. He takes a little damage, and he does less damage to everybody else. Servitor stunned. That's
Watch my
great.
back.
Jai, don't get hurt. She's gonna chuck a grenade. That's great. She kills that guy. That's awesome. Okay, in that case, I'm set up perfectly. This is what we like. Now I got Firestorm.
Who, if not me? Never stood a chance.
Baby. We love it. We love it. Okay. I'd like to get up in here and kill these guys, but I think... I'd like to use Daring Breach right now, but I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to hit Endure. And stay right where I am. These guys have to walk through this, which is great. We could be set up to flame some more people there next turn. Uh-oh.
Let's get to it.
Armored bandits coming up here.
Let's make it quick.
Yeah, I really need someone to throw a flame grenade right in here. Then I could firestorm all this next turn. It'd be fantastic. Maggot. Okay, Cassia. Let's see. What do we want to do with you? You'd have to walk through this and you're going to get punished to do it. But if we put you right here, you should be able to do all of this. Oh, yeah. Do it.
Be careful.
You're going to get
not to
hit.
cross
I know,
my
it's going to be
gaze.
ugly. That was nice. Okay. And this cost me nothing, so I'm going to do this one more time.
Lord Captain.
That's fantastic. Great. Okay. What do we got? We got you two bozos up there? Yeah, bring you down here. Oh, this is wonderful. We take this and move it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay. I can grant an extra turn with full movement points to either myself or Cabela. Probably Cabela. Do we want to send her in the middle of there and get hurt? Not really. What would we do, though? 'Cause she can give it to Holt. She can give it to me. She can give it to Argenta. No, she can't. She can't reach her for some reason. Or we could do Pascal. I'm worried about Pascal hitting this cover as he tries to shoot. Let's give it to Pascal.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
So I'm going to do that.
Approved.
You might be able to throw a grenade from there, but I don't really want him to do that. I think what I'd rather just have him do is this. Yep. Get that. Because you kill that guy, and then you can do this, or you could even overcharge if you wanted to. 73, 63, try to kill him.
Your desire condemns
And he gets another shot. He can have as many shots as he wants, because he got the bonus from Cassia, so. Cabela. Okay, Cabela, you could come over here.
I am your blade and shield.
Do-
I feel
Okay, you
nothing,
got hurt there.
fear
Darn it. I was
nothing.
hoping that. It's hard to see a little bit where all of this is. This thing's gonna die.
I shall not fail. The blessing.
There we go. What a mess. Thank the throne we didn't come here with just the three of us. Yeah, no kidding. That's what you got us for. Shut up and get moving, Core. We need to open the passages into the tunnels and let our guys in. Jai, on your signal. Yes, on your signal. Get moving. If these ash mags dared to touch something from the cargo... 2, 3, 5... thank the Exalted One. Those ash mags didn't have the time to make off with anything yet. Jai carefully inspects the containers emblazoned with markings from some unknown freight operator, and then smiles and touches the comm bead in her ear. Give me 2 minutes, Shadeen. I'll send the coordinates to my loyal crew who will deliver my property somewhere safe. On done. Jai removes her hand from her ear and turns to you. We're good. Now how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal, specifically payment for your efforts. We're just supposed to leave your priceless cargo here unattended? Nothing to worry about. After all the ruckus we've caused here, I doubt anyone will go anywhere near the containers. I am, however, infinitely flattered by your concern for my, now our, property. All right, let's go. Jai opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sounds of many footsteps behind you. Stop right there in the name of the liege. The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimy clerical robes glances at you and immediately falls to his knees. Your Excellency, please forgive my vehemence, most noble Holt. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. Most noble Excellency? Jai purses her lips slightly and shoots you a confused look. I am Vladimir Tokara's personal agent. The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully. I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned in the lands of Footfall. Horrendous xeno-heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Imperium. He looks at Jai. I do not doubt for a moment, most noble Holt, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. It's too great a coincidence that the Liege's representative should arrive in the Shadow Quarters just after Jai has recovered her rightful spoils. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over the Vox, and not just anyone, but to the Liege's personal agent. Vladimir Tokara knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself and get rid of Jai if he could. Behold the grubby, underhanded struggle between cold traders. And had it not been for your impromptu deal struck in the bar, Vladimir might have succeeded. Jai Hadari, the owner of the cargo, is presently under my protection, under a rogue trader's protection. Tell your master that he should think twice before crossing her from now on. And don't forget to tell him that I'm not mad, but I will be collecting the debt sometime. Jai watches him hurry away and then looks at you. I wish I could see Vladimir's face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, Holt, I'm generally sorry about this confusion. Vladimir and I had our difficulties, but I never thought he would want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner. At least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, Shireen, my gang and I would already be floating in orbit around one of Footfall's asteroids. Tell me about your business on Footfall. The truth of it, and don't leave anything out. All right, then. This isn't my first year in the Expanse. It's not my first year in business either. I've sat at the negotiating table with all sorts, not just loot hunters and smugglers either, but with Xenos, ones intelligent enough to believe that mutual benefit was a better outcome of our meeting than mutual destruction. I know what the Ecclesiarchy has to say about that, but speaking from the bottom of my heart, I know where the line is between an ordinary deal and a betrayal of humanity, and I never cross it. A principled rogue who can think on her feet and is not afraid of inhumans. I like you more and more, Jai Hadari. There are no chance encounters when you are loved by the Exalted One. I like you more and more too, Shireen. Jai winks and flashes you a captivating smile. A rogue trader could use someone with your talents and connections. Jai, I would like to see you in my retinue. Exalted One bless you and your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. It's not every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. Damenholt, if it is indeed your wish to let this heretic into your retinue, then allow me to carve a vow of service into her tongue. Let the pain prevent her from uttering words of deceit and remind her of her obedience. Don't even think about it, you crazed Kashka. Unless you want me to add me to a few extra bits of lead to the metal adornments on that sulky mug of yours. Argenta regards, Jai. It is a strange circle you are forming around yourself, rogue trader. Sister Argenta. Jai gives her an almost lecherous once-over. I've heard all about your deeds on Footfall, but I never would have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. And while we're at it, Shouty, when were you going to reveal your true identity to me? Jai cocks her head to one side curiously. I am infinitely flattered by your attention, but if I had known I was talking to a rogue trader, not an envoy of one, I would have shown some decorum. I wanted to talk to normal people, like as normal people do. For a man of my status, it's a rare treat. That is so human, your lordship. I guess people at the top have a lot more in common with regular folk than some might think. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. Oh, and one more thing. If you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the Von Valencia's protectorate a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once we get back to your ship, perhaps you could spare a minute. And so we will take her instead of Sister Argenta, our skill companion. She's wonderful, and we'll also loot this place out. And now we also have to make sure, yeah, I wish they would make it so that the toxic stuff would fade a little faster.
Your shadow.
So you don't have to waste a spot on, waste a med kit on this, but it is what it is. So Jaya Hedari, alright, so she's an officer, which is pretty cool. And all her officer skills are already set when you meet her. But we can then level her up however we want to. So for Jai, what I like to do with her, and I've tried a couple different things with her, she, as a grand strategist, certainly, you can then use all the grand strategy effects that she places on the ground. You can use those to greater effect because we don't take any of those related talents for Cassia. And you can do that with her, and she can be very effective with all of those bonuses. It's really nice. The Overseer is kind of an interesting class. It's new in the DLC too. It gives you a pet. I'm not really a pet person. I've never really liked pets in these games, so I'm not going to do that. I don't think she makes any sense as a Vanguard whatsoever. So Master Tactician is what I like to do with her. And they are able to harness the momentum of their party to enhance the combat effectiveness of their allies and themselves. She basically becomes a buffer, which makes a lot of sense because you don't want her out there in the front line making attacks. She does have a nice ballistic skill, but look, she doesn't really have anything for strength or toughness or agility. She's going to have massive skill checks, which is going to be great. So, and you want to pump her fellowship. So we're going to do that. Master Tactician, she gets tactical advantage. She gains 1 stack of tactical advantage per 5 momentum gained by the Master Tactician or their allies. So as everybody else is gaining momentum, she's going to get all of these stacks. And then she can spend these stacks of, Master Tactician, she can spend these tactical advantage stacks on certain skills, and they really boost the hell out of what her allies are doing. And like I was saying in some of the earlier episodes, your resolve determines your momentum, and later on in the game, your momentum is going to be gained so quickly that every time a special comes up, a person can use it because you're going to gain it really fast. And she's a huge reason why she can make that happen. So she gains that. She gets press the advantage. She empowers the next attack to deal 4% additional damage for every stack of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has, and loses half of their stacks of tactical advantage rounded up. This is what happens every time they use their tactical advantage, is they lose half their stack. And in the late game, she's very easily going to stack to 99, which is the max. So it works really nice. You don't really want her shooting a lot, though. This is effective if you put a sniper rifle in her hands and you want to use this, and she's going to get off one shot and it's going to do a lot of extra damage. But she's not really a sniper at all. There's actually way better snipers in the game. If you want snipers, I consider Pascal to kind of be like the second best sniper in the game, and then Year Elite, when we get her, she's the best sniper, and she's an absolute assassin. And so you have several different choices right here to take. These are her things that you can see what they can do. The target gains plus 5% damage and plus 5% additional damage for every 10 stacks of tactical advantage the Master Tactician has, but the Master Tactician loses half of their tactical advantage stacks rounded up. And this effect lasts until the end of combat. So you can boost a particular character's damage output significantly. Linchpin, the target ally, or the Master Tactician gains plus 1 resolve for every 5 stacks, and then they lose half the stack. And until the beginning of the Master Tactician's next turn, they gain stacks of tactical advantage at a much higher rate. So that's going to help you with your momentum and make momentum go fast. Then there's Strong Point, which gets you temporary wounds. But these are kind of like the bread and butter of what this class is about. And when it comes to Jai, the first thing I really like to take is Linchpin, because I want the resolve going up as fast as possible. I want momentum going up as fast as possible so that we can use our specials. So she's going to take that. And then we have to do everybody else. Idira at this level is going to take Firestorm. So now she's going to get her AoE. So she can start doing some stuff with that. And then let's see. Argenta's not in our group right now. So we want to go down to Cassia and Cabela and Pascal. So for Cabela, on the Excel spreadsheet, always a great thing to have, she gets Reckless Abandon. The Executioner replaces 13 of their wounds with the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat, and then they do that amount of extra damage. So it's 30% of their maximum wounds. So as they get more wounds, obviously this number goes up significantly, and it's just a lot of fun for her to use that. For Cassia, her is going to be Waking Nightmare. This is why we say these are all her navigator things. So that's why she's not taking any of the stuff that has to do with her being a strategist, a grand strategist. You can take all the stuff like Killzone Stratagem and Overwhelming Stratagem and Blitz Stratagem, and these are all really, really neat if you want to take advantage of the strategic areas on the ground. But since she's a navigator, her stuff is way more useful if you're over here doing this. And Waking Nightmares is going to make a minus 24 penalty to the willpower and toughness of every enemy in this weird box here. You can see there are cells that are not affected. I love the way the game does this, so it's not just a blanket huge square. There, you have to actually strategically place it to try to get as many enemies as possible. And this is based on her willpower bonus. So Waking Nightmare for her, get that taken care of. And then for Pascal, down here, this is where we're gonna, I think it's claim the bounty for him. Yeah. So here's what happened. This is really cool. So the bounty hunter makes a free single attack with the selected weapon. This attack always hits, does not end the bounty hunter's movement, but only deals 36% of the bounty hunter's usual damage. After each third enemy killed by claiming the bounty hunter recovers 1 charge of Hunt Down the Prey. And if the claim the bounty kills the target marked by the prey, the bounty hunter receives +2 AP. So you want to use this as a finishing move on enemies that have Hunt Down the Prey on them. And it's so much fun. Bounty Hunter is a really neat class in this game. It's just fun to play. The mechanics are fun. It's not like it's the most overpowered class. It's not. It's just super fun to play because of the mechanics. And I love games like that where the mechanics make it interesting. And in a similar fashion, Cabela's mechanics are also very unique, but they're also way OP. So she can get super overpowered later in the game. For me, what I'm going to take is Enfeeble as well. And the reason I'm going to take Enfeeble up here, these are the 2 buffs. You can either take Invigorate, which is going to restore some wounds in people and remove a bunch of negative effects, or you can take Enfeeble, which is going to create a penalty and a strength and agility penalty to enemies and increase all the damage they're going to take. And the reason you have to take one of these 2 is because it's the only way to get to warp speed. You either, it says right there at the bottom, features, you either have to have Enfeeble or Invigorate. So we're going to grab an Enfeeble as something that we can do to debuff enemies with. And then there's looted goods here we need to take. So we'll grab as many goods as we can out of this place. Jai won't mind. There's this. Once per turn, when the wearer scores a critical hit with a pistol, the neck attack with the pistol costs is 0. Jai is going to use this. Maybe not, though, by the time we get all of her equipment on her. She's an officer, so her officer archetype abilities right here. What's she got for a cloak? Chameleon cloak. We don't care so much about that. We want +1 on her officer archetype abilities. It's actually more important. She's going to get a bonus to commerce and lore, which is why we're not going to use this thing, because she's also going to get this bonus to lore Imperium. I don't think she's going to get this helmet, which is going to give her a bonus to coercion. And then because she's pretty and we want to be able to see her head, we're going to turn off show helmet. She gets operator's gloves if she wants, but we'd rather have her bonus to persuasion. Although Cassia should be the one. Cassia doesn't have a bigger persuasion than her, so that's fine. She's all about stacking this stuff on her so she can have these massive bonuses. And the wearer's movement points by +3, so she's a little more versatile running around. So she's great. These are all going to balloon as time goes by. And then, of course, she's got these pistols. Now, you really want to use pistols with her that are going to have, that are repeater type of pistols. And the reason for that, use burst weapons, is because later on she's going to get this thing called joint offensive. And what it is when she shoots with a burst pistol and she hits targets, she gets more tactical advantage. She's able to stack more on her. I don't think we have any other alien pistols for her, so I think the 2 that she comes with are probably the best choice right now. And you really don't want to put her in range of melee for anybody, so what I like to do usually is give her some kind of sniper rifle. Actually, yeah, any kind of auto gun where she's going to shoot 6 in a row is going to be great. She hardly ever has to do sniper types. Here's the Ripper. Rate of fire is 8. It's really short. which if you're up close, you're going to use one of these pistols anyway. So we might want to give her a longless sniper rifle just in case she needs to take a shot really far away at something to kill a target. And other than that, she's pretty much done. And then we're going to look for the remainder of the goods. Let's see where we are, right? Come down here. Some goods over here. Where's the last bit of goods? Oh, they're on this other side of the wall. Right there. Okay. Right there. Jai, though, in games like this, you know, there are so many skill checks. And you can see that here. These are all your skill checks. Athletics, awareness, carouse, coercion, compression. There's a lot. And trying to split these up between your party members so that everybody can cover one, maybe two, is really hard. So when you have somebody like Jai who can come in here and can handle a whole bunch of them at one time, that's important.
Hey, what's that?
And then on top of that, she's a great buffer for everybody else. She's gonna make your main damage dealers, like my main character in Cabela, more effective. So that's why I like having her in party, and that's why I think she's one of the best characters in the game. So in that case, we picked up Jai, we've done the warehouse. Come out of this little zone here, and we are ready to do the rest of Footfall now. And this is pretty much going to be our main party for the rest of the game. So what we're going to do is walk back up here to the entrance. And if you remember, I said at the beginning of last episode, I think, that when you come into the Shadow Quarter for the first time, you have this bridge and you can go down here and do the stuff. And this is locked behind an area. You can't get to these right now. That's the warehouse we just came out of. The what did they call that? Anyway, the lair was right here. We want to go over here. There's an encounter over here with some fire flamer amber guys. And I said, you don't have to do that right away. You can go get another level or two. So we'll do that at the start of next episode. Folks, this has been fun as usual. I mean, I just love this game. I think it's fantastic. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. I'm trying to explain as much as possible on the way through this because there's a lot going on in this game. There's like 55 levels, which is a lot of choices for your character to make upon level up. That's a ton of choices. And I want everybody to understand why I'm making the choices I'm making. And then the combat is just bonkers good in this game. So I really, really dig this game. And the other thing that's really interesting to me, and I'll say this before I sign off, is I think people who watched, if you watch the Wrath of the Righteous playthrough, you know that I really disliked most of the companions in Wrath of the Righteous. It's a huge reason that I don't like that game as much as I want to like it. Like, it is technically better than Kingmaker in every possible way. It's a step up in a technical way. But they put so many unlikable companions in that game, I have a real hard time getting myself to play it. Kingmaker has some really adorable companions in it. Everybody from Knock Knock to Amiri. I mean, it's just, they have great companions in that game. So I was a little concerned when this game came out. I was like, are they going to have good companions? Or are they going to have crappy companions? And what's amazing is I actually like every companion in this game. There is not one companion that I really don't like. And so not only are they cool as characters, they're also really unique because the combat system in this game, like I was saying with my character and with Cabela and with Pascal as a bounty hunter, the play styles of each build is pretty unique. And I like that a lot. I love unique mechanics. So you get unique companions with unique skill sets and unique features. And then you get companions that are also fun to have in your party and have cool stories. Like Pascal is super cool. And so is Jai. I mean, these are neat characters. So it's just part of what makes the game really appealing is, yeah, it's got great combat. It's got neat area design and the story's kind of fun. But it's got cool companions with neat abilities. It's like the whole package. I'm just thrilled this game exists. I can't wait to play the next Warhammer game that should be coming out in a bit. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but you all know what it is. You know it's coming. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like. how similar or how different it is from this one and how much fun it is. I'm really looking forward to that one. So, you know, it'll land on the channel along with a review as soon as I can get one out. Folks, thanks for watching as usual. You dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below. Work the algorithm, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.